All right, everybody,
Does
welcome
Zoom Lady
to
have a name?
Zoom Lady. I think it's just one of those pre-recorded robot voices.
Well, lame. Anyway, you were saying.
I was saying, welcome to the OK Podcast late night edition. Late night edition. Oh, yep. Play us a little something.
Okay, podcast.
Man, if this is the first, I can't. If this is the first one people have ever seen, it's not good.
Sing so out of tune.
It's pretty good. That was pretty good. Whew.
The song goes out to my boy Nick.
Yeah,
Plays guitar in my band.
Nick
and
was
doesn't
supposed
show
to
up for the podcast. Hey-o!
Hey, yeah, we hope Nick's all right. I mean, we're not trying to
I just had to. Sorry,
but we were supposed to start this thing a little bit ago, and he must have got caught up at the tattoo shop or something. But we're gonna put out, a little 30, 35 or maybe something in there.
little Zach and Paul episode.
Yeah.
Speaking
Zach.
of tattoo shops,
Yeah.
wait for it. We're gonna move the camera here. Let's see. Y'all see? Oh, there's light. Hold up. I didn't plan this very well.
Yep.
Anyway, this is a new tattoo that Nick did. Hold up. We're gonna find this angle here. Wait
If-
for it. Oh, there
Yeah,
we go.
yeah.
Oh, look at that.
That looks
Look
good.
at that bad
It's
boy,
healing up
man.
nice.
Oh, healed up real crisp.
Looks good. Hey, if you are looking for that, you can go. Paul, did you post something about it? Or did Nick
No,
post
not
something
yet.
about it?
I'm going. Nick did. I
If
haven't yet.
If you go on Instagram and follow the letters NA_Inc. NA_Inc. You can check that out. Paul got a tat while he was in town. And go check that out if you were watching, or not watching, rather, listening to the audio-only version.
Can we talk
speaking of-
about me being in town? Oh,
yeah,
go ahead. No,
that was
you go
that
ahead.
was. I was going to say that. Let's talk about you being in town.
Wow. Look at that. It was a blast. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning and drove through a little bit of Michigan and then Hell, which is also known as Ohio. And then I crossed into the Kentucky border at 5 or 6. No, it's probably 6. Yeah. And then I got some Starbucks and then I made it to church on time. Well, I was a couple minutes late, and then me and you and Nick played at your church and it was fun.
Yeah.
And then we got Zaxby's because it's like band tradition because I don't have Zaxby's up here. So, I got to get it when I'm in the South. And it was wonderful.
Man, that was so good.
And then we walked
she's
it
not
all
listening
off. Ooh, what else?
to the podcast. I know she's not, unless somehow this got
Oh,
to her.
yeah.
But shout out to Grandma Linda, who treated us to
Grandma Linda.
Zaxby's. Slipped me a
She's a saint.
little cash to pay for Zaxby's. That was awesome. Thank you, Grandma
we
Linda.
appreciate the cash, Grandma Linda. You are a wonderful lady.
Anyway, so then we,
I would just like to say, in my heart and mind, Grandma Linda has achieved sainthood. So, you're welcome. Also, she's a sweet lady.
you're welcome. Man, I loved how on the last podcast, you were like, hold on. I just got a mysterious text message from my wife.
Yeah, me too. Oh, not
You
from
got
your wife. Never mind.
okay. On the last podcast, I feel like you were like, no, that was not the podcast. It was the crap. What was it called? The behind the song that we did, where you're like, here's a coffee shot, and you sip your coffee, and then you go, you're welcome.
That was a good one. Those behind the scenes turned out great, by the way. Which, if you haven't watched them, you all should go watch them.
I mean, the hard part about those was there was so much more content for each of us. I had to cut every video down, and we still have one more coming out, by the way, and
It's true.
2 more storefront videos. Those are going to be coming out strategically.
Storefront.
And
There
so,
is a strategy.
but I mean, there was literally 5 minutes a piece for us, and then I had to narrow it down to, 4 minutes a piece
Yeah.
per song, anyway.
Yeah, there was some stuff I didn't even send you.
Wow.
Save those for another day. It's for our premium subscribers.
Well, I didn't hear anything bad, but you were like, I said I posted that British accent thing on Instagram. You're like, oh no, what British accent thing? Because one of them was really inappropriate for Instagram, and I was like, what? And I went back and watched, and you didn't send anything inappropriate, so that must have just been something you thought about sending.
Maybe I just sent it to Nick.
Anyway, but that was good. So after Zaxby's,
Oh my gosh! After Zaxby's, we went to Peddler's Mall. It has been so fun explaining Peddler's Mall to people up here in the north. They're like, so it's like a flea market. I'm like, it's not a flea market. They're like, it's a thrift store. I'm like, it's not a thrift store.
it's like the
It's Peddler's Mall.
all in one. It's everything.
Basically.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, it was a time and a half, everybody. A time and a half. There were a lot of things I wanted to buy and I didn't. And I'm very glad because sometimes you spend 4.5 hours at Peddler's Mall and then at the or was it 3.5?
I mean, it was so long.
It felt like an eternity.
We walked forever.
We walked through the whole thing. And when we got to the back, which at first glance, I'm like, there ain't going to be a dang thing in this dome.
That's how I've never even looked at the
I found
back.
all the things.
Yeah.
You've never been back there?
I mean, I usually just walk that back aisle and go, there's stuff back there, too. Why was that so... there's stuff back there, too.
There's stuff back there, too, boys. Go check it out. Well, I checked it out, and I found a flipping Zaxby's jacket. And I'm so pumped about my new Zaxby's jacket. I can't wait to wear it to a Zaxby's and see what people say.
I mean, people are going to be asking you for, like, refills and stuff.
It's true. Wait, crap. I didn't think about that.
I mean,
I'll be like,
I don't
man,
think
I don't
I've
work
ever...
here. I found this at Peddler's Mall.
Yeah, I'm just a really big fan. When I was in high school, there was a restaurant here in town called Jerry's, and they had T-shirts that you could buy. And I went, and I guess everyone knew about Jerry's, but it had been my first time going, and I was like, oh, super cool. I like it here. Food's good. I'm going to get a T-shirt. So I got a T-shirt, and
Respect.
I thought, oh, I'm going to wear it to school. Everyone's going to be like, sweet T-shirt, which, I mean, high school kids don't do that. They usually go the opposite way. So I wore the shirt, and I got like 20 million people going, do you work at Jerry's? And so I literally put it in my closet. I never wore it ever again.
Oh, man. Sad day.
And they shut that restaurant down.
You know, I used to think getting T-shirts from places like that was kind of lame. Now I love it. Like there's this little ice cream place in Detroit, and I'm totally blanking on the name right now. I think it's called Huddle. I think it's like Huddle Ice Cream or something. Their logo is just like this little girl like hugging a big ice cream cone, and I'm like, that's adorable. So I bought a T-shirt because why not?
Why not?
And like I love my Sabbath Coffee T-shirt. I actually just bought another one, so I have two now. I bought their limited edition Black Sabbath album cover one. It's pretty dope.
Nice. As we have discussed, we sponsor Sabbath Coffee.
Yes, we sponsor Sabbath.
We're
still waiting.
It's like a reverse sponsorship.
Yeah, we're still waiting, for them to sponsor us, but we'll get there, right, Trevor?
Yeah,
right.
maybe.
We're gonna get there, right, Trevor? Okay, I'll text him after this. Tell him I called him out on the podcast. He'll love it. But yeah, I drank Sabbath Coffee today. They have a Mexico blend that was really flipping good. I'm kind of hooked on it.
Well, so
Anyway.
when we were trying to come up with plans for the OK, I made a style guide. It's actually right here. You can.
Oh yeah, here we
A
go.
style guide. This was August 31st of 2019. I made this. So really,
man.
long before the band even became a real thing.
Yeah, that was when I was still
and,
begging to be in a band with you guys.
There's a lot on here. I won't go through all of it, but one of them says tourist and souvenir shirts. Or a good explanation for that would be ironic chic.
I like that. Ironic chic.
Yeah.
That's good, bro. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the money at, though. But yeah, so Peddler's Mall, that was fun.
Peddler's Mall.
I don't really remember much after that. What happened after that?
After that, my church was having a vacation Bible school, so I had to go back to vacation Bible school, which I want to point out.
Vacation.
Shout out to, I don't want to get super churchy on here. Like, you guys know I'm a Christian person. Whatever. It's not a big deal. Not trying to force it on you.
NBD.
It's not what this is about. But Lifeway, their VBS, Destination Dig, has literally like the sweetest vacation Bible school music I've ever heard in my life.
I'm about to look this up after.
One of them sounded like it was done by like Pharrell. I was like, what is this?
Dang.
It was insane. It was
Maybe
good
he
stuff.
did, though.
It was good stuff. And
You
the
gotta
kids,
go where the money
kids
is.
enjoyed it, so that was what it was all about. So that was good.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
So I had to go, and then I guess you and Nick hung out and did.
Me and Nick
that,
hung out.
That whole part of the evening's a mystery to me. I don't know what you guys did. You won't talk
I
about
don't
it.
entirely remember. I think there was some food, and I think some Sonic maybe involved.
You guys went to Sonic?
I feel like we did get Sonic, yeah, just for drinks.
Oh, I was like, dang.
So, because it was happy hour. So, and then we went to the park. That was cool. And then I don't remember what else after that.
Yeah.
Didn't we eat tons of ice cream at your house?
Is this? Yeah, we did, and
Yeah.
some leftovers, which were okay. They were okay leftovers.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
Um,
But the ice cream.
the ice cream was so good. I mean, I was literally
was so
like,
good.
I'm gonna go get. And we keep saying as a band that when we get together, that we'll eat healthy, but we end up just picking out all weekend typically. So that's not good.
Yeah, we're going to do better, though. We really will.
We'll do better.
Yeah.
When we see each other more, then it'll just be like we'll either do that or we'll die of
Yeah.
all the problems that will arise from us being obese. So
Yeah, and in the words of Demon Hunter, I'm not ready to die.
yeah.
So there you go.
So we had the ice cream, and then
Ice cream was great.
we broke our tradition. When you crash at my place, you and I
Oh,
typically
yeah.
watch a movie that is like a weird movie.
Yeah.
And
But we
so we
didn't.
skipped
So that
down
means
that.
we have
I
to
mean,
watch
you
2 next time.
You had been up for like 50 hours at that point, or whatever it was.
Yeah, I was a little tired.
That's me right
So-
now. Like, I want to reiterate, we're on our late night episode. It's 11:15 p.m. right now.
This is the latest I think
Yeah.
we've ever done anything as a
We've-
band.
As a band, we've never done anything because we haven't played any shows. So it's not like we've ever had a 2:30 a.m. slot or anything.
It's true.
But yeah, it's good. I'm not supposed to be awake right now. I go to bed at like 8:30,
But you're wide awake.
wide awake. I thought about having some coffee, but I'm an
Wide awake.
one of those old guys now that if I have coffee, I'll just stay up until 3 a.m.
Yeah.
But not in a
But-
good way. Just in like a, man, I wish I could sleep kind of way.
But would you feel like you were chasing dreams with coffee? I'm just curious. Look, I quoted a different song. Aren't you
Yeah,
proud of
very
me?
good. Very good.
Very good.
So then the next day, I mean, that was a pretty good day. Chick-fil-A breakfast.
It was a good day.
And then
Oh, Chick-fil-A breakfast. Gets me
we
every
went,
time.
man, we went disc golfing in
Yes, we
Litchfield.
did.
That was fun.
Okay, can we talk about how the fact that y'all was like, oh, we're going to go to this park, and you didn't tell me it was in another time zone? That wonked up my whole day, bro. I
It
was,
was so-
like, what is happening?
It was so close that we didn't think about it. I mean, it was literally like a 30-minute drive. That wasn't bad.
Well, it messed me up.
Speaking
We
of disc,
went. Yeah,
wait,
oh,
okay,
go ahead.
you go for it. You go
I'm
for it.
just saying, man. We went disking. We went to this place specifically for disking. So we went to another time zone just to go disking, and then we came out of that time zone to do whatever else.
Came
we
back
did.
to the future.
Yeah, that was wild, man. It was
Yep.
cool though.
It was a good course, which
Yeah.
brings me to my next point. I have treated myself to a few things this week specifically. I don't typically. I mean, I'm like any person. I'll buy stuff for myself. I enjoy buying things, but I went all out this week. I got a new disc golf bag. Get a little,
Show it off.
get a little look at that, huh? By
Oh, that's nice, Derry.
Co-Gear.
Gear,
Co-Gear.
bro. That's
And,
nice.
it should
Is
hold-
that burlap?
Yeah, it's really just a lunchbox.
I mean, it's a fancy lunchbox, though.
I felt so bad.
That's
I
a
was like,
lunchbox with style.
I was like, Paul, is that a lunchbox? You're like, no, it's a disc golf bag. I was like, my bad. I felt like I'd insulted you, so I want to publicly apologize. But I was like,
My disc golf bag does very much look like a lunchbox. I will not deny it.
mine will too. Once
A hearty
it's packed up.
lunchbox.
It even has a cup
Yeah.
holder.
Oh, that's smart,
But to
bro.
explain this, I love this company called Nutsack. I don't know if you've heard of them. They
have not,
are
no.
truly incredible. If they ever wanted to sponsor anything I'm doing, I would be unworthy. Like, they're so cool. They do a lot of very rugged construct, just solid. I don't know what to call them, bags, general carrying things. And I have a laptop case that my wife got me for, it's either Christmas or my birthday. Anyway, it's awesome. Wax canvas. It's truly a great, just a great, what do they call that? Carrying device. I don't know. It's a satchel, man purse. It's
satchel.
incredible. And it's by a company called Nutsack, which is hilarious. If you think it's hilarious if you're a child, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been trying really hard not to laugh about that. I was trying to keep it professional, but yeah.
Yeah.
It would make my life to be like, we're sponsored by Nutsack.
Yeah. I mean,
Just saying.
it's a silly name, but it truly is a good product. And again, they're not a sponsor. But they have recently released a premium waxed canvas disc golf carrying bag. And it's like $100 because it's such quality. It's really well made and it's good materials and all that good stuff. So it's worth it. It'll last you a lifetime. But I was like, I can't do that. I can't afford that right now. So to give myself no excuse, like, hey, you already have one, I just went ahead and bought a very affordable one on Amazon.
Heck yeah.
And I'll love it just the same. It'll be all right. But man, if it could have been a nut sack.
Man, sometimes you just can't get the nutsack, bro. So
Sometimes
next time.
I mean, if you can't pay for the nutsack, you're not going to get the nutsack. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. Oh, all right. So we're gonna switch subjects.
Yeah, changing gears here. Changing gears. So we're.
What did we do? Did we
I don't
jam
even know what
after
you're
that?
talking about. Yeah. After disc golf,
we came back to the future.
We had lunch. No, we didn't have lunch because we had a big breakfast. I got some chips.
Yeah,
we went back
it up.
But we couldn't find a working bathroom. Our storage facility in which we rehearse, our practice space, our studio of sorts.
Yeah.
No bathroom. And so
No.
we went to the gas station, which apparently was unusable. And then had to... Yeah.
Yeah.
And ended up...
I urinated in there, but it still was like, ooh, I don't know.
It was rough.
It's just
It
a
was
weird
rough.
vibe. But I got some candy cigs, and that was worth it.
Yes.
I
That
got my
caused-
Lucky Lights.
There was a pretty decent debate about whether or not it was appropriate to eat candy cigarettes or pose like really goofy with them.
Did I miss that? I read
No,
a few
it
of the
wasn't you.
comments. I must have missed that one.
No, that was like a personal thing. Something in my
Oh.
world over here.
Oh, my bad.
So it's all good. I
mean,
I
I'm
see where
straight
I
edge,
see
so-
where they were coming from. Like, it's like a cigarette, it's not good for you. It's not good for you.
Yeah, but like 80% of bands smoke cigarettes. So
Yeah, it's not good.
we
but
could be part of the 20% that doesn't
those candy
but
cigarettes
look like we do.
those candy cigarettes were tasty.
They were. They kept me awake on my drive home.
Good.
Yep.
And
'Cause
then
why actually smoke when you could just have a Lucky Light,
exactly. I would never
Way
smoke.
better.
I
Less
can't-
smelly, too.
It's like you either as a singer you either have to smoke or you have to never smoke. Like
Which I don't get that. It's weird. Like the whole smoking being a singer thing. I don't.
Yeah, I mean you either have to always be smoking or always never smoke ever.
Yeah.
I'm on that side of things.
Yeah. I knew
So,
a
yeah.
drummer that smoked once, and he had a little Zilbell on his kit, and he would, smoke on stage, and when he wasn't, puffing it, he would put it in the bell like an ashtray. I'm like, that's really dumb, dude, but you do your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild. But anyway.
And then- yeah. So then we played music like a band,
Oh,
like
so
a real
nice.
band.
Like a band. Yep. It
Like a band.
was good times. Made
Yeah,
some noise.
We made
Made a
some,
little
some good
ruckus.
noise.
Yeah.
It seems like we never have enough. Like, if we could, we'd play music every single day. But,
It's true.
we never have enough time, it doesn't seem like.
No. Especially with all this, time travel stuff. Man, wild. Wild times. There it is. Y'all number one, ladies and gentlemen. 19 minutes in.
That one hit pretty hard.
You done good. Proud of you.
Yeah. So then you went home. Or went
nope.
off on your next adventure.
Oh, yeah. Can I briefly tell about my next adventure?
If you want.
I would love to.
Wait, why would I
Then
be in charge? Why are you asking permission? You got it.
I just wanted to.
Just
So
polite.
then I went to Louisville and hung out with some friends, and it was great. And then the next day, I hung out with my friends Matt and Catherine Klein, and they are wonderful, and I love them dearly. So shout out to them if they listen to this. because they're great people and let me stay at their house, and it was wonderful. And they got up really early just to drink coffee with me before I got on the road. So then this brings us to Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday, I had to go to court in Kentucky for, A, my first time ever going to court for something I did. B, first time going to court in Kentucky. So quick backstory. When I came down in February to film these storefront videos, I was, excited to get home, I guess. And I was speeding, passing a semi-truck, and a state trooper pulled me over, and I got a ticket. And also, all my stuff was expired because #COVID, and I made like 5 appointments in Michigan, but they all got canceled because #COVID. So anyway, long story short, I couldn't pay it online, had to go to court. So I go to court, and I got my new license and my registration and insurance and all that blah, 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 blah. So apparently a speeding ticket in Kentucky is only like $20, which like, what? Yeah, that's what they said in court. And everybody else who had a speeding ticket that was like in my block, that's what they got. But then the court fees were like $140 something. So,
yep.
But anyway, I will just say it was in Warsaw, Kentucky, which like I felt like I was I got in a time machine and went to the 30s. Like it was like that town is like so old. It was just very like, I don't know. I felt like I got out of my car and even the air was like, you don't belong here. You are so not from here.
Weird.
I tried not to be like, overly northern, but anyway, court was interesting. It was just a very interesting time. There were a lot of southern accents and a lot of speeding tickets and quite a few drug charges. So it was interesting. Yeah, I will just say there was a gentleman who went in front of me and had multiple, stuff. There were like 3 separate drug charges, and he was like totally high the whole time, and I just thought that was kind of funny. Like, at least he's consistent, right? So,
yeah,
I guess he had that going for him.
They're like, sir,
but it was an interesting time.
You were charged with possession and distribution and blah. He goes, it's who I am. And they were like, fair enough.
All right. Charges dropped.
Are you high right now? I think so.
Bro,
Poor guy.
It was like I sat down next to him, while we were all waiting to, get charged or whatever, and he just like reeked of the reefer. And then, the one time, I don't know, like we ended up kind of like looking at each other and he was just all blazed out, man. He was all up on the devil's lettuce and it was just interesting. Like I'm not judging. I was just so like, okay, that's cool. But then when the dude had the drug charges, I was like, man, and you showed up high to court? Like that's consistency, I
feel like we are touching on some sensitive subjects on this podcast. So I just want to, just for anyone out there who might be thinking like, what is going on with Zach right now?
This is late
specifically,
night.
or with the VOK. We are no drugs. We don't do the drugs. We don't recommend the drugs. Don't do those. We don't smoke the cigarettes. We don't smoke real cigarettes.
Only Lucky Lights.
And obviously, if you're going to make an inappropriate joke, there's a time and place for that. Please be, show some discretion there. If you're, family dinner, not a good time for inappropriate.
Yeah, it's true.
I just want to cover all the bases. Like,
no, you're good. You're good, bro.
All is fun. All is fun, but
it's true.
But I mean, it's a late night OK podcast. What are we? Come on.
I mean, come on. What do you think was going to happen, huh?
What are you doing here?
Mom's asleep. Come on. Anyway, yeah, it was just a really interesting time. But I paid that ticket off.
Good.
And I went on the rest of my vacation, and it was marvelous. And then, fast forward, I went to South Carolina for a couple days, which was cool. And then I drove all the way home. And then I went up north to my family's property and had some friends come with me. We found an island on this lake. Yeah, dude, like a legit island. It's probably only like, I don't know, 2 acres. maybe even less, maybe like an
that's a
acre and
lot.
a half. But it's like legit. Like you can like walk on it, and there's like a couple trails and like trees and like plants and stuff. And like part of it, it's kind of got like a little beach, and there were like picnic tables. So we brought our hammocks and just chilled out for. Well, we found it Saturday, and then we went back Sunday for like 5-6 hours. It was awesome, dude. It was like the perfect summer vibe, I had like way too many Henrys, so that's Henry Weinhard's root beer, not, whatever the other
I had
Henry's
no
is.
clue what Henrys are.
Henry Weinhard's root beer is
my
the
biggest
greatest root beer.
My first
until I
guess was
make
going to
my
be a candy bar. I was like, maybe it was candy bars.
Oh, Henry. No.
Oh, Henry's? Yeah. That sounds awesome. I feel like you need to look into buying that island.
Well, I was thinking after we buy the mountain, we could buy an island.
Well, this might be a way to get our feet wet, no pun intended, with the island.
That
we could
was
buy the
good,
OK
bro.
Island and then, work our way
The
up from there.
OK Island, bro.
Yeah.
This is genius. I love it.
That could be good.
It's good stuff.
That could be good.
Man. It could be great.
So speaking
Frankly,
of trails,
honestly, the greatest. Yeah, trails.
the greatest.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned
Tell us
trails
about
very
your trail.
briefly. Man, I've been I've been doing a lot of trail. I wouldn't even call it hiking. I'm just doing a lot of walking. We have a trail here in town, E-Town, called Freeman Lake Trail.
Freeman Lake.
We have a lake that
nice lake.
pales in comparison to like Lake Michigan or something, but
Well, duh.
it's it's a nice lake for E-Town. It's a good spot, and it has a great trail. It's about 4.5 miles, I want to say.
Good trail.
Anyway,
Good trail.
so because I've been digging this trail, I thought I might get a copy of the trail map and just throw it up on the wall and kind of like commemorate this chapter of my life when I was walking around the trails. And so
Yeah.
I want to show you. Hold on, I got a copy of it. So first off, let me. Here it is. For those of you watching, it's backwards, I think.
Woo! Look at that.
It's pretty nice. A little 12 by
Freeman
18.
Lake Trail. That's good, bro.
And then, so I contacted the trail management company, Green Space, and I was like, can I get one of those trail maps? Where could I download a copy, or could I buy a print? No response right away. But what I found out later, they're going to get back to me. But I went over them, and I went to the original designer, which I have no clue. I'm terrible with names. It's either Strube or Straub. Maybe it's neither of those. Design. And they were very, very patient, answered a lot of questions I had. They got with Green Space for me because I guess Green Space owns the rights to the map now, and asked if he could send me a copy, and I said I'd be more than happy to pay for it. Obviously, you should pay artists for what they do. Just
This is true.
Public service announcement there, and got a nice little 12 by 18, and now it's hanging on my wall. He actually sent
Freaking
me,
awesome, dude.
I think it's a he. Could be a she. Could be a they. It's okay. But I wish I had gotten bigger because I thought I was going to go back there where you could see Rocco's painting.
Yeah.
But,
cool.
It was too big for that, so I put it on a different wall. But it could have been even bigger if I had if I had known it was going to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so that was a good time tracking
Dude,
that
that's
down.
sweet though, man.
And it was I like it. It's it kind of you go out, you walk 4 or 5 miles, clear your head. It's a nice little walk, enough exercise to call it exercise, and listen to a podcast or whatever. I'll tell you the best time I had.
Podcast.
I typically listen to our podcast just to kind of give it an extra play and see what were we into.
I enjoy re-listening to it.
When you are on a podcast, for those who don't like record them, you have a conversation, but you're also kind of not 100% in the conversation because you're hosting it in a sense, And so sometimes I'm like, what the heck were we talking about? The best time I had, I was out there and I was listening to our peanut butter beans episode. So it was pretty recently, and I was like, man,
Peanut
it's just
butter
like
beans.
just hanging out with my buddies, just listening to peanut
right.
butter beans.
And there's a microphone or two going.
And then, if I can be so bold as to share one more story, I got lost
Oh, please do.
on another trail at McDougal Lake in
You weren't
Hodgenville,
lost.
Kentucky.
You were temporarily misplaced.
Yes. Well, I was always on a trail. That was the confusing part. So there is a 4-mile trail that is beside the lake, and then there is some other trail that winds kind of around the lake. I moved from one to the other unknowingly, Then I passed some people on bicycles that were like, "Are you going all the way around or all the way through?" And I was like, "I guess so." And they were like, "Oh man, power to you. You still got a ways to go." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I called my wife, and I was like, "I think I got lost a little bit, but I'm on my way back around the trail, so might be a little late, but not terrible." And so I kind of pulled up the GPS, and I'm looking at the lake. I'm like, if it just goes around the lake, then I'm almost halfway, and then I'll make it. It's a little longer than I wanted to go, but I'll make it back around the lake and back to my car. No big deal. So I keep following this trail, keeps going. I'm like, man, this is almost to the end. I'm looking at the GPS like I should be turning any time now. Nope, pop out on a road. The trail ends on a road, a paved road. I'm like, what the heck? So I just I just plugged the location of my car into my GPS, and it was like 1.25 miles away, 1.2 miles or so, and just walked down the road, took a turn.
Dang.
Got back to my car.
Dang.
But for a brief moment, I thought I was just going to be stuck walking like a 10-mile trail or something that I didn't know I was going to walk.
Yeah. Whew.
So that's my whole story. I probably could have told that a little more
excitingly,
but it was a good time.
No.
Great time.
The whole time I was trying to picture myself like, with like what you were going through, especially because I've never seen this place. So I was just like, it was interesting, man.
Well,
and I would have loved to see the look on those bikers' faces, like, oh, good for you. You got a long ways to go.
Well, I was like, where'd the bikers come from? Because there was never a turnoff onto another trail from where they were going the opposite way. So did they come from the road? What the heck?
Time traveled.
They're time travelers.
The question isn't where did they come from. It's when did they come from.
Did they come from 33 years in the past or 33 years in the future?
I'm so glad. I still
haven't finished that show. I need to finish it.
You need to finish it, but I'm glad you at least started it because I've been telling my best friend to watch it for like...
Oh, it's so good.
I think almost 2 years now. And he just now started watching it, him and his wife.
To clarify, listeners, we're talking about the show Dark on Netflix.
Which is Paul's all-time favorite show ever. And I've watched the whole thing at least 3 times. Well, okay, I guess I could say that because I've watched each season 3 times.
I feel like that's the magic number to watch those seasons.
For the whole, I know! And then I'm going to watch it in order 3 times.
Wow.
I'm only on halfway through the first time, though.
I recently started rewatching Daredevil on Netflix. And
yeah?
I think my wife was like, hey, maybe if you have time to start rewatching things, we could like fill. She didn't mean it meanly. She was just like, if you are like that desperate for entertainment, maybe we could figure something out. Like we have chores around the house and stuff. But it's just something about that familiarity, But like, oh
yeah,
Charlie Cox is so good in that show. Like he is truly.
I need to watch it.
I don't know. I mean, it was well loved because people are, like obviously it got 3 seasons plus Defenders and all that good stuff. But
yeah,
I tend to like things for different reasons than other people, and just truly his portrayal of a blind man and then a superhero, and like just all of it. It's incredible. Like it's just really well done. Speaking of well
Respect.
done. Anything you've been into these days? Any good music?
Speaking of well done, that's not how I eat my steak.
No, not me either. Me neither.
That's what I wanted to say.
Mine either.
Music.
Or shows or books or anything.
Well, I listened to Pete Holmes' Comedy Sex God, I think.
Okay.
The audiobook on vacation on most of my drives, and that was extremely relatable and entertaining and thought-provoking and thrilling and somewhat emotional. So I would highly recommend it. It is really good, man, just to hear about like his upbringing and some of like the personal struggles he went through, but as well just like an insight to like trying to make it as a comedian and the ups and downs and the success and the failures and all the like there were a lot of stuff that like personally was relatable because like it was like struggles with faith and stuff and questions and this and that, but also like I guess the way he talks about, like starting out as a comedian and just like, kind of doing shows for like, next to nothing or like no one really cares or this or that. And then like you get like that one opportunity to kind of break out, and sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. And just different opportunities. Like he was talking about, doing writing for like TV shows and doing different stuff like that. And it's like, oh man, it's not just like you get up on a stage and tell jokes. Like there's a lot more involved. And I think it's the same with music, man. Like we all want to just get up there and play shows, but like there's a lot of behind the scenes and I think other stuff we have to do. And it kind of got me thinking, like, even so now, like I know COVID's kind of in a different level, like better than this time last year. But like, I don't know, man. It's pretty rare that you get to just play music live, and that's like your full-time thing. Like I know a lot of musicians that like they tour full-time and then they end up wanting to go like do it less, so they start focusing more on the studio or like content or like whatever. So it's pretty rare like you just get to one thing. So yeah, and just hearing all the stuff that like he's done that's all in the realm of comedy, but it's like, oh, there's a lot more to this, So
Man, I am like office funny. Like I could tell a joke at the office or whatever, and people would be like, "Oh, you're so funny, Zach." Whatever. But I'm not comedian. Like I could never do stand up.
yeah,
But I love comedians. They are just such an interesting group of people, and they really do, like you said, there's so many parallels with the music industry. I feel like even more so. Because musicians can do that thing where we go like, well, it's my art. You don't have to like it because it's me. But comedians are judged 100% by their audience. Like to become a successful comedian, you have to make other people laugh. And so like just hearing, I listen to a lot of comedy podcasts, and just to hear them talk about the road and how they came up and did all these things. It's so much like music, but they do it in such a different way.
Yeah. Agreed. Totally agreed.
Totally.
Yeah.
Speaking of
man.
comedians, so like we could bounce back and forth here. He's been around a while. I don't want to be like offensive and be like never heard of him, but I really hadn't, because I'm obviously not like super into comedy, but I do appreciate it. Started listening to or watching rather, but I listened to them mostly on Amazon Prime. Chris Porter is his name. He's a comedian. I had never heard his stand-up, and he was hilarious. So I thought he was awesome.
I'll have to check him out.
Heard him on a podcast with Bert Kreischer, who I am a huge fan of, and I actually did not know that he had written a book, so I actually got Bert Kreischer's book in the mail today.
Oh,
looking forward to reading. That was my last treat for the week. I was like, treat myself to a little book.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Yeah. Music, I don't really think I've been on anything too new. Like, I listened to a lot of... that's not true. What did I check out? I found some Austrian, I don't know what to call them, pop kind of... Apparently, they started as like a cover band.
Nice.
And now they do covers in their own stuff. What's it? I'll have to look it up. It was no, hang on. This is really important.
All right,
I'm gonna butcher it because I'm not Austrian. It's gonna be right on my Spotify. I ain't worried about it.
Yes. Say it in an Austrian accent.
Oh, dude, I can't. I wish I could.
I don't even know what an Austrian accent sounds like. I just have Arnold.
Oh, hold up.
Arnold
now I gotta
Schwarzenegger, right? Who's the...
Yeah, and they don't really sound like him.
No, he's got a very...
I thought it was... Oh, it's Die Draufgänger.
What's that?
Die Draufgänger.
Okay.
Yeah. Draufganger. So they have this song. Dude, I was just like YouTubing, and it came up, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And they have a song called War Tanzen Die Welt. And I'm just a white boy, so that's my accent. Dude, it's like a singer girl and a singer guy.
Yeah.
And sometimes he plays acoustic, and then it's a drummer, but he's got one of those like upright kits where it's like the really long like floor tom, and the pedal like hits it up, and then it's got like a snare drum and a little cymbal and a hi-hat. And then there's an accordion player and a trombone player. And
That's amazing.
It's just catchy, man. Like the chorus on that song, I'll send it to you. It's so good.
Send me
I'm like, man.
Send it to me.
I think the production is fascinating because, I mean, it's kind of whole nother like culture over there. So it was fascinating. Then I've been listening to go ahead.
You go ahead.
I was just saying, I've been listening to Beloved a lot because I'm excited to see them at Furnace Fest, and they're like my second favorite band ever. And Under Oath just dropped a new song, so it's pretty good. It's really heavy. I like it. So that's been cool. That's probably about it for me.
Nice. I was gonna say it's always I always forget that other cultures, really, even other countries that aren't so dissimilar from what we consider Western culture, they're not bound by our idea of what music and processing should sound like. The production is always different because they're not going like, let's put some more compression on that vocal and add some like 808 drums. They're trying different things.
Yeah. I do like compression and 808 drums, but yes.
Oh yeah. I love compression. Come on. Come on.
I mean, you can't compress it too much, but yeah.
Let me do a rundown here. My music. I'm still on a quest not to let anyone forget that the Night Game is amazing. So I've been listening to Dog Years.
So.
Maybe the best record of the year. I don't know. That's what I would say. I mean, it truly is good.
Dang.
So I just want to put that out there. But some other albums I am just obsessed with right now. XOXO from Love and Anxiety in Real Time by The Maine. I would say, honestly, like, those are my big two. Like, I love The Maine, I love The Night Game, but The Maine might have done something truly magical with this record. Like, it's really good.
Check it out.
He doesn't need any extra promo, but John Mayer's Sob Rock. He's got some.
I really like.
I don't want to say anything negative about it. I would say the songs that I really loved were amazing songs.
Yeah.
And so Sob Rock, John Mayer's not going to put out anything bad, Here's one that caught me by surprise. Nick Jonas came out with an album, I don't know how long ago, but it wasn't like, let's see, March 11th. Looks like the deluxe version came out. Yeah.
Okay.
So March. He came out with an album called Spaceman. And I am obsessed with this album. Like, I started listening maybe a couple days ago, and it is so unbelievably good. I've always liked the Jonas Brothers, but this one is, I don't know, man. It's so different from what I'm into that I'm like, I mean, I don't know. So good. So good. He did something really well. Like, there are a lot of references to COVID, but they're not so on the nose that I'm like, come on, another friggin' COVID song. Like, it just, he really communicated it well in a way that wasn't obnoxious and in a way that really was like, yeah, I like that. And there are some quote unquote, not quote, they're like parenthetical, chill versions of 3 songs on the deluxe edition. And those I feel like are even better. I'm like, this dude, he's so talented.
Yeah.
I might have a little man crush on, no, I'm just kidding. But no, very talented man, Nick Jonas. He's come a long way. Well, I mean, he got his training at Camp Rock. I don't know what to.
I mean, yeah.
Or I don't know.
Duh. Man, Camp
anyway,
Rock. We missed our chance.
Yeah, we could have been a Disney band.
If we ever get when we get super famous, we should start a camp called the OK Camp.
The OK Camp doesn't sound as fun as Camp Rock.
That's the point.
The OK Camp.
But it'll be on Banana Shaker Mountain, so everyone will love it.
You have to travel to the mountain.
Yeah, and then you're your big this is what we learned at camp. You get to play at the Banana Shaker Mountain venue.
Oh wow, that could be
in the Shaking
something.
Banana Band. It's gonna be great,
the,
bro.
The banana shake. What do you call it? The shaking bananas or something like
The
that?
shaking banana. I thought it was the shaking banana band. I don't remember.
Maybe.
Or the
They'll
banana shaker
open
band.
for
I
you.
think I like the shaking bananas because you just picture a bunch of dudes in banana suits, just like
The shaking bananas.
it's great. It'll be great.
And we're never gonna. I don't think we'll ever forget. We'll probably bring it up every podcast from now on.
We will.
We only podcast once a month, and we always end up bringing up Banana Shaker Mountain.
Do you know how sweet a little drumming banana would be? It would be like.
If you were listening to the audio-only version, Paul is using a banana shaker and some drumstick pens. What are those? Yeah,
That's right.
To make it look
Drumstick
like a
pens.
banana is drumming, and that was. Whew. We
Just
won't be able to
saying,
top
man.
that. Won't be able to top that.
No, this is quality content. This is the Late Show.
All right, guys, we better quit while we're ahead. We have been going for 45 or so.
I like
And
how
so,
we're like, 30 minutes.
yeah.
Also, Nick texted, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
He was indeed. He
He is
ran late
alive
at
and
work.
well.
So good to know nothing was wrong there. Sorry, Nick, for doing this thing without you.
We love you.
Yep. And we'll get you on the next one. Maybe we'll just do 2 this month. Who knows?
Catch you on the flip side.
Yeah.
Well,
And so that's all I
what should
got.
the people do from here, Zach?
Yeah, if you have not seen them, I don't know why you wouldn't have, but if you haven't seen them, go. What was that? I don't think that's going to come through your microphone. So I don't.
Oh, good.
So
Just
you
keep
just
going.
you wait. Okay. Go watch the storefront videos. We have 2 out right now as I'm speaking. There should be another one coming out this Friday if you are lucky, and if we're lucky. So looking forward to that. Live from the storefront. We did the whole EP, so you'll have 2 more coming your way. And just a little behind the songs, maybe one more of
Little
those.
behind the songs.
And
I like these behind the songs. They're fun.
yeah, I think we should just
Storefront
do more.
videos
Just
are
start
super fun.
Just start doing the behind the songs for songs we haven't released yet.
Build some hype.
Yeah. Be like, we just wrote this one, but I think what I'm going to do is...
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What would they... I mean,
I'm thinking
in
about
another time.
taking all of our raw footage from the behind the songs and doing like a super cut of each of us. Being like just you talking about all 4 and then me talking about all 4, Nick talking about all 4.
I mean, it could work.
I think I smell
work. Could be
popcorn,
big.
guys. I think I got to go. I think I smell
Popcorn?
popcorn. Which is
Your
either...
wife making popcorn?
Which means I either got some popcorn waiting on me or something bad is happening. So
Oh, man. You might want to go check that.
it's all good.
Cool.
Any final thoughts?
Nah, man. Appreciate y'all watching and listening. Stay
Yes.
tuned. We got some good stuff in the works.
Thanks for joining us for a quick 35 that turned into a quick 50.
That's how we roll.
And
What is
we'll-
time?
We'll see you
When
at the
is
next
time?
podcast. Yeah. Where
That's
is
right.
time?
We'll be here. Oh, hell. Wow. That's
All right.
good.
We'll see
All
you
right.
guys next month or potentially 33 years in the past.
Oh, or 33 years in the future.
I can't remember the theme. I was going to try to mimic the theme song. I can't remember it.
Oh, man.
Why am I blanking on this theme song? Anyway, not important.
know it, too.
This has been the OK. This has been the OK
right.
podcast. And please enjoy outro music brought to you by the Shaken Banana Band.
That's it.